And welcome back to D Hub Sport. Welcome back to D Hub Sport. It's me, Admiral Drex. Today we will be doing the rounds. It's the rounds. We're going to be looking at what's been making the rounds today in the world of sports. Yep. If you don't know what the round is, we're just looking at the headlines. What's been talked about most often in the last couple of 24 hours or yeah, I would say in the last 24 hours. Thank you so much to everybody that has tuned in, everybody that has subscribed to the channel. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. I really appreciate the 226 persons that have subscribed so far. Thank you so much. I want to say grace and peace be multiplied to everybody that has watched this. Everybody, this hour, grace and peace be multiplied to you all. It doesn't matter what you're going through, as long as you don't give up, stay in there, stay strong, stay believing, you would get what you actually want in this life. Just be hopeful. That's the only thing. You have to be hopeful. When there is life, there is hope. Yeah, I haven't spoken about that. I want to say big thank you to everybody that is liking, everybody that has supported, everybody that's even your feedback. Actually, it means a lot to me. It helps me improve on what I need to do. Thank you so much. Shout out to my brother from the other side, Mark M and Mark N. McNurse, right? He's been also. Then shout out to my co partner Tesh on the D of Sport as well. Yeah, without wasting further much of your time, we're going to be talking about the Olympics. If you've been following the runs, I've been keeping close tabs on a certain country and the Olympics. We're going to be talking about Man City. We take a look at what's happening at the Gunners Arsenal right there. We might just talk about what's happening a little bit in the French league, and also we close the rounds with would stop at the United and check what's happening inside MUFC at the moment, guys. Yeah, you know what time it is. You know what to do. Please don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. And most importantly, you could leave your comment in the comment section of this video. I would like to hear what you think about these videos, and if there's anything you want me to talk about, do leave it in the comment section. Yeah, before we get into it, please, I just like you guys to just exercise. Stretch the fingers, just do a little bit of exercise and do this. Please don't go anywhere. I will be right back in about 10 seconds.
Don't go anywhere. Don't
I'm
go
not.
anywhere.
I'm not.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm not. I'm sitting.
Yes, and we are back. We are back. Straight. We're gonna go. We're gonna start with the Olympics, right? If you know, we've been covering this since the started the rounds. We've been covering this. Canada advanced despite they advanced to the quarterfinal in the Olympics. There's the women's team. They advanced to the quarterfinal of the Olympics despite the point deduction. It was said about 4 days, 5 days ago, where they were deducted 6 points for the drone gate incidents, where they were found guilty of using the drone to spy on their New Zealand counterpart, and yeah, they were deducted 6 points, and also the coach and two other personnel were given a 1 year ban by FIFA, and they were sent home by the Canadian Soccer Association, who in themselves were looking to do more further investigation. If those guys were found wanting, more punishment would be dished out to those parties. Also, 2 days ago, if you remember, I reported, I gave you the report that they were looking to appeal the 6 points deduction and not so much the ban. Neither were they going to appeal for the the fine of £175,000. But it turned out that they did apply, but their point deduction appeal was rejected. The 6 point deduction stood, but they miraculously somehow managed to advance with the 6 point deduction. They managed to advance into the quarterfinal, having defeated Colombia by a lone goal. It was Canada won, I think, one of the three teams that I went unbeaten in the group stage. I think the next two persons that were unbeaten were think the USA, um, yeah, yeah, Spain and the United States. Yeah, Spain, Canada, Spain, and the United States were, I think, the only three team that has actually won the group, that all three games so far. So kudos to them. Even in the face of despair, they still managed to get through to the next round, which is very, very impressive. It goes to show you that this team actually, they were solid. I didn't know for what reason why they had to do what they did. But yeah, the people that actually orchestrated it, the people, the coach, and the other two persons that have taken responsibility, yep, they've had their consequence, they've had their punishment. So let's just move on from there. Still speaking about punishment, it was said earlier today that yesterday that Man City, yeah, Man City faces a penalty from Premier League for time breaches. Like 22, it was actually 22 counts, right? 22 instance. The instant total 22 from the breaches occurring over the 2022-23 season and the 2023-24 season. So it stated that Man City, a dominant force in Premier League, has recently faced a sanction for not adhering to scheduled kickoff times. The breaches, like I said, occurring over the 2022-23 season as well as the 2023-24 season, totaled 22 instances where the club failed to start at the designated times without valid reason. So, yeah, so the Premier League has taken a firm stand on these disruptions, which undermined the organization and scheduling crucial to the competition's integrity and global broadcasting commitment. At the end of the day, it's a former sanction agreement was reached under which Man City acknowledged their faults to comply with Rule L33, covering kickoff and restart duties. So it's in response, let me just tell you the financial repercussion for City. In response to this violation, Man City have been fined £1.24 million for the 2023-24 season alone. The penalty reflects the league resolve to enforce its regulations strictly and maintain the sport's competitive integrity. This is reported by as the EPL index. So it's, I know a lot of people would say, yo, 1.2 million, it's nothing, it's just like a slap on the wrist, right? But it's, don't forget that these penalties, right? These penalties, they are already there. So even if it was Ipswich, if it was a United, or if it was an Everton side, I don't think that there would have been any less of a fine. It would have been the same thing. I feel like it's one of those penalties that are just fixed. Maybe if they, now if you're thinking the fee is too low, maybe the EPL might actually look at it and say, okay, let's revise it. If they find people actually breaching these rules, and maybe the fine or the penalty, it doesn't deem weighty enough, then they might just review it and maybe increase the fine that would deter people from actually trying to breach them. Yeah, still still staying with Man City right there. Yeah, there's an update. Pep Guardiola giving an update on the Erling Haaland injury, right, ahead of the Community Shield against Manchester United. So he's saying that yeah, the player got taken off the game against was it the game against oh, was it Celtic or Barcelona? Yeah, I think it was Barcelona. I can't, or Celtic. Yeah, I think it's Celtic. Yeah, it was injured, taken off during the Celtic game. Yeah. So the manager is saying it's more of a muscular niggles, which is not what the risk. Sooner or later, he has to take a step. To lose him for 3 weeks, that would be a problem, as 60%, 60 to 70% of the squad all the day. So we just have to wait and see how this guy recuperates in time for the Community Shield. Lastly, on Man City, it stated, reported that Atletico Madrid are actually they have an eye on Julian Alvarez, who's uncertain at Man City, whose future is very uncertain at Man City. But I'm gonna give my thoughts on that one. I feel like yeah, so it's this Atletico Madrid, they see Julian Alvarez as as a successor for Anton Griezmann. So they are actually doing shrewd business at the moment. They've had a deal for Robin. Also, they are looking to bring David Anko, Conor Gallagher, and Alexander Slot to their state to their side, and they are also trying to secure a move for Julian Alvarez. So for me, the whole Alvarez thing is more like I feel like it's an agent talk, so just to get a better deal for his client. But we would have to wait and see how that one works, because Athletic are actually considering Alvarez to be a dream signing. So they have their eyes set on the player. We just have to wait and see what that make if there's gonna be anything in that in that in that in that pursuit. But moving on from Man City, we're gonna go into Arsenal and see what's happening, giving you the rounds, what's happening at the Emirates. Excuse me. So it's been said that reported that yeah, reported that Bayern they're not looking to let go of Leroy Sané, right? There's Arsenal's been linked. How true this report is, we would have to wait. It's actually Ben Jacobs is the one reporting this. Is saying that Arsenal linked with a surprise move for Bayern Munich winger Leroy Sané, and Bayern Munich are very keen to keeping a hold of Sané. So we get to see how that is gonna pan out. Also, don't forget that Arsenal are actually targeting resources that midfielder in Mikel Merino, who was said to have rejected Barcelona and favoring a move to to Arsenal. So it's almost nearing completion. That one, the pursuit of Mikel Merino, it's almost nearing completion, with the player reportedly agreeing to personal terms with Arsenal Football Club. He's currently at Real Sociedad, like I said, and he was part of the Spain squad who won the European Championship. He had interest from Atletico Madrid and FC Barcelona, but like I said, he's favored a move to the Gunners. So we just have to see. And also there's reports coming in that Arsenal are actually looking to they're actually considering the striker from Sporting, Victor Gar is the Garo Cress, right? Garo Cress, the Sporting Sporting Lisbon is the Sporting Lisbon striker who moved from Coventry to Sporting CP last season, if I'm not mistaken. And bro, look at this guy. This striker is, for me, I think Arsenal needs a striker to take them over the line. But the guy Victor has an appearance for last season, the 2023-24 season, had 50 appearance, 43 goals, 15 assists. That's good number right there. But you would just have to wait. Like I say, I always used to say, wait and see how these reports, if they end up becoming to fruition, and seeing if this moves will be made. Because Victor going to Arsenal, in my opinion, would be a good one for them. Yeah, moving on. Let's just touch on this one. João Neves to Paris Saint-Germain. It's all but done. It's done. Here we go. According to Fabrizio Romano, it's done. So yeah, the reason why I'm bringing this up as part of my rounds is because I know once this is concluded, we might start to see some sort of domino, right, in terms of Ugarte leaving the football club to United, and is just Miguel, just give you the report. It's João Neves to Paris Saint-Germain. It's a year we go deep in signed right now between, as at the time I was Fabrizio, this was like what, 12 hours ago. 60 million fixed, 10 million add-ons, and Renato Sanchez to Benfica on loan. So it's done. It's done. So that's it right there. So having said that, I hope that that leads me into the final, where I'll be doing my final stop for the runs today. We're going to be looking at what's happening inside United. So with that, João Neves to Paris Saint-Germain, could we see movement in terms of Ugarte going to coming to United? Could we see movement in terms of Paris Saint-Germain and United agreeing a deal for that player to move to United out of PSG? So we just have to wait and see, keeping fingers crossed. I know a lot of United fans, some of them don't want him, most of them actually see him as a fine player. What, in my opinion, is a fine player, will be a good addition to the team. So we, like I said, we just have to wait and see how these things unfold. Still inside United, we earlier, it was about 2 hours during the, yeah, United had their preseason game against Real Betis, and it ended 3-2 in favor of United. Whilst the game was on, the news came that yeah, it was reported that what should I call it? Yeah, United, the injury to Lenny Euro and Rasmus Oyland, they were, the serious injuries, as if some of us, especially for Rasmus, some of us actually feared it was going to be that case. And yeah, he will be out for, oof, my wrist is hurting so bad. I don't know why that is happening, but he, according to the report, let me just get, I thought I had it right here. Yep. So Rasmus, yeah. So it's more like new season, same injury report, right? But yeah, so Lenny will be out for about 3 months. Rasmus will be out for about 6 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Yep. So that means, like I said, it might just mean that maybe the move for, what should I call it, for Matthias Delete would not, maybe might be intensified, and let's see how that yeah. So for me, it's not a good one, but I really don't have anything to worry about when it comes to these two players, right? Lenny and Hoyland. They're young. I believe they would get over the injury real quick. More for Lenny, it's I think it's a hairline fracture to one of the metatarsal bones, so which initially they said it was going to take about 6 weeks to get to full fitness, but I think they're just being more extra careful by adding maybe an extra 6 weeks, just to make sure everything is. We don't want to rush a player back and he ends up going back into injury, just like we had it with the case of Martinez, right? And yeah, that's on the injury front. On yeah, it was Fulham are also lining up a 30 million pounds offer. I think this would be the, if I'm not mistaken, the third bid for Scott McTominay. So we'd have to wait. I think if they really actually put the bid of 30 million for Scott McTominay, I think that will get that deal done. Mazzari, we already know, is it Nasser Mazzari? We already know his agreed terms with United. It's just waiting for, we're all just waiting for West Ham and Erwan Basaka to make a move, seal that move, and they would see Mazzari's move to United done. It's more like, it's just like that. It's just a case of the domino. We just have to get the effect going. Shidobi Martin is already a United player, and he will be part of the squad. So he's deemed the third striker. I still feel like United should go get another striker. The Max Bayer from Orphan wouldn't be a bad, in my opinion, wouldn't be a bad shout, but they will leave it up to the guys at that are in the hierarchy, and leave it to them. For me, but I think we need what we had now. We've replaced, United have replaced Martial. We have Rasmus already in there, who in my opinion replaced, one could argue that he replaced Ronaldo, or Cavani, one of those. So we're still short on the striker front, right? We're still short. We still have to replace if we've replaced Ronaldo, then where's Cavani's replacement? We still have to replace. So I feel like going into this next season, United can't be going into this season with two strikers. We need to at least three strikers. So that's where the likes of Shido be, Martin, and maybe we might see Whitley get some game time here or there. It will also be an added option. But this season for the center back, we have to make sure we get Matthias Delete in the midfield. We have to get bodies in the midfield, because once McTominay leaves the football club, there will be a void that needs to be replaced, filled in that spot. So guys, yeah, you have it. Yeah, you have it for the. Let me see if there's anything popping up at the moment. Yeah, like I said, Lenny is out for 3 months. Rasmus is out for 6 months with an hamstring problem. We just hope that we wish them all the best, speedy recovery, and they get back strong. So maybe I might just close with a little bit of positive here. So looking at today's preseason game, the boys that actually played, because I didn't get to watch the whole. I only watched the first half. I had other commitments at the second during the second half. The first half we had 3 goals in the first half. It was those goals were beautiful goals. The penalty, it was a real good move that actually led to Ahmad finding himself in the penalty box where he was taken down. Ahmad's second goal, you could see Amas doing his thing on the left hand side, put a fine cross into the danger zone. The Betis player actually got ahead on it, and he fell kindly to Ahmad, who didn't waste time but put a beautiful coiler shot around the goalkeeper in the back of the net. Third goal was from a set piece. Ahmad sends the ball. Rashford got his head on it, who gave it to Casemiro, and it was a third goal. It was a beautiful. I wouldn't lie to anybody. That was the first half. I didn't, like I said, I didn't get to see the second half, but the first half was very, very interesting. The energy, the commitments to actually executing the plan of the manager is right there. So kudos to them. We're actually seeing some light. I just hope that we get to see more of these, even if not better than what we saw today against Betis. We get to see during the season. So, guys, that's all for me for the rounds. At this hour. It's Please don't forget to smash the like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. We hope that sooner rather than later, sooner we should start getting things rolling at United in terms of, because most people are saying it feels like just two, two, two signings so far, right? But don't forget, they've cleared a few people off the quote and unquote the wage bill and all of that, right? Don't for Shola. I should mention this. Shola Sharetire actually has secured his move to PAOK, a Greece football club. So a football club in Greece. So they're moving. They're doing things behind the scene that most of us don't know about, right? But yeah, it's good to see people that know what they're doing handle these things, right? And we just can hope for, all we just need to do is hope for the best. Guys, let me not take much of your time until I see you again. Don't forget don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Also, don't forget the possible outcome will be coming in soon, soon, soon. We're already close to the first game of the new season, which will be I think 16. The cutting opener, the cutting razor, like they say, it's the community shield which happens on the 10th. So maybe on the 8th or on the 6th, we might just drop a possible outcome, more like for what's to come on that one. But we would see. Tess and I would discuss about it. But for sure, on the very first game of the season, the Premier League season, we will get you a possible outcome that week. And yep, until, take it easy. Do enjoy the rest of your day until I see you. Don't forget to be good, stay safe, and enjoy